Warning. What you are about to watch may make you question everything. You are about to enter the Jacksepticeye Markiplier Ego lore. Welcome to yocatgrannae's theories.
Alrighty, you guys, part two is my favorite, better than part one, to be honestly. Like, the lore in part two is pretty interesting, really interesting. And so what I'm gonna do in this video is just kind of give my little review about everything and try to talk about things that I can remember from the top of my head that are important to discuss about, because they are important to the MCU, the Markiplier Cinematic Universe lore. You feel me? So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I cannot scream because parents, one day they're gonna be gone. I don't mean dead. I mean like me moving out and then one day, damn it. Alright. Let's get started. You know what, I'll announce my things at the end. Never mind. Alright. Let's get it. I don't know how to do my yaw anymore. Like, how do I do a quiet yaw? Like, I know.
There was hard bodies. Oh God.
Alrighty! Oops. Whoa. What happened? Alright. I'm gonna be talking about In Space with Markiplier. Alright? Obviously. If you have not watched part 1 nor part 2, this is your spoiler alert. Alright? This is your time to click off the video and watch everything. And I mean everything. If you need help and need some help to make sure that you have not made the same choices as before, if you're trying to take a different route, I'm sure there's a guide somewhere probably on Tumblr. I know there's a map for part 1 on Tumblr that I did reblog a while ago. If you want to check that out, there'll be a link to my Tumblr in the description. So again, this is your spoiler alert. Please click off the video, go back and watch part 1 and part 2, make sure you did everything, and then you can come back to this video. So, I hope, please tell me that got on the damn thing. Alright, just checking, because this is a new hotkey I'm trying out. Alright, so In Space with Markiplier, y'all, this project is definitely bigger than Heist. Even though some videos are kinda, well, I mean, it's kinda, I would say, about the same amount as Heist, because some of the videos were reused in either the romance or horror branch, or the put out the fire or oxygen level branch of both parts, you know. But oh my god, I wouldn't say this, A Date with Markiplier will always be my favorite, because not only is it the OG, it is a part of my childhood, and it was just so fun. I wish I could experience it the first time, because that's the first adventure with Markiplier, and that was the first time Mark tried something really new and very kind of collaborative and very personal, you know? So, A Date with Markiplier will forever be my favorite, no matter how big these Adventures with Markiplier projects get. I don't care. All right, a date with Markiplier will always be my favorite. However, Space is really fucking good, even though it gets so confusing in part 1. Can somebody make a summary of that in the comments? Like, I know you find out in part 2 that Mark was the one that created the warp core in the first place. And where the fuck did he find that crystal, bruh? And how... Oh, big brain. Alright, we'll talk about that a little bit after my review. There are a few things that I wish were kind of fixed, because especially the context behind this is very confusing, but I did get somewhat an overall idea of what is going on. However, I mean, there is one thing that kind of bothers me, but like, I honestly don't care. I mean, this is just a sensitive, kind of picky thought I had in my head. I talked about it in my part 2 reaction stream, part 2, not part 2, part 1. About Aaron being the narrator. Listen, Aaron did such a nice job with it. I love it. I don't watch Game Grumps, I don't watch their videos, but Aaron did a great job being a narrator. However, Mark, I think this was a missed opportunity on that part. This could have been the host narrating, because that would make a lot more sense. You feel me? So I don't know, I just felt like that was a missed opportunity, but then again, doesn't matter. It's just, you know, let's just leave that alone. But I don't know, I just have a main problem with how Mark was trying to explain what was going on in this project, because I'm still fucking confused. I'm still fucking confused of how that lady got injured in the Upside Down, aka the actor Mark realm. How did she get her eye gouged out? What happened? I don't know if it's like a variant of the lady or the same lady from the what is it, Paradox Stability Agency, whatever the hell it's called. I'm still confused about that, and yeah, kind of wish this was said in a more clear way, because some stuff to me is like still confusing as fuck. But overall, this was an amazing production that Mark put together. Everybody did such a great job, and I heard this guy named Jordan put on this big ass headgear with the camera, which is us, your name, the camera. And I hope his neck did not get broke. I'm sure his neck is probably stiff as fuck after filming all that. That is insane. Shout out to Jordan, man. Jordan, my guy, thank you for risking your neck to be a part of this. But amazing production, Mark. Amazing job as always. He never disappoints with this stuff. Never. But again, can somebody make some sort of a summary in the comments so I can understand what is going on here? So about the true ending. Ooh, the true ending in part 2 bit. Well, first, let me talk about the previous endings. So the Doreen ending in part 1, that was just completely gone. Like, there's no conclusion to that, nor the Illinois cameo ending. That ending was just, we just freeze to death. Alright, I guess that's alright. I don't know, I like how Mark took this on in a different way. Like with Date and Heist, he just used, alright, once you take this order, you're gonna get this ending. If you take this order, you're gonna get this ending, blah blah blah. Whole tree branch, and then you just end with an ending 1 out of 10 or some shit. You know, he took this on in a different way, because we're dealing with the multiverse, paradoxes, time travel in a sense. He decided to reuse similar videos, which I think is pretty smart, because the multiverse is infinite bruh. Space is infinite. you know? So that was a really smart move. I really admired that little detail, that he didn't just do, alright, you're going this route, here's ending 31 out of 100 or some shit, you know? So this was really a really smart move. I like that a lot. Anyway, the true ending showed Darkiplier finding a crystal. How did that crystal get in the ground in the first place? What happened? Maybe there are some things that are best left unanswered, you know? It helps increase the mystery to all this, you know? So it's okay if not everything is answered, but we did get some answers in part 2 that were left questioning in part 1, so that's good. So a good majority of my questions were answered in part 2, thank God. A true ending showed Darkiplier's big ass white clown foot 3D looking ass just step like, what are those? You know, and he said while picking up the blue crystal, so much trouble, all for something so small. So did Darkiplier create that artifact? Because in Heist, he was holding it and said, let's play a game. So he planned Heist from the start? Question mark? And Space is the prequel to Heist, and then Heist is the prequel to Date. So it's funny how the way Mark is releasing these Adventures with Markiplier series is going backwards. Cause Space is first, and the first thing Mark posted was Date, so we're going backwards in a sense. So that's I find that kinda ironic. Motherfucker, Dark, if you plan this shit right from the start, from the get-go, I'ma whip your ass into space. Little bitch. Oh, white clown milkman looking ass. Make sure I'm recording because I don't trust myself. We also got an answer, it was hinted from part 1. The first hint I saw that Doreen could be Celine. Right from her damn outfit, I just knew, alright, that's fucking Celine. She aged pretty well. She looks nice. So I'm still sticking with my theory that Doreen and Celsi are the same person based on that sticky note Celsi-Doreen connection that you saw in part 1 in that LA Noire universe. And she did reveal in part 2, she almost said, my brother, Damien. I'll show it to you on Tumblr a little later. So that definitely confirms that this is Celine. And this is taking place, I would say, around 2070. Because on their birth certificates, it's like, this person was born on 2040, this person was born on 2049. So, Celine did age. I don't know when WKM took place. I would say about, I don't know, no, she wouldn't even be alive, the fuck? 1950? Nah, I don't think that's possible. How can she be a damn century old? Unless she was able to fucking time travel or some shit. Again, you don't see Celsi or Doreen in the same room together at all. So that should be a clear idea that, oh, this is Celine. Somehow she can fucking shapeshift, or maybe these are fucking variants. But I'm going with the shape-shifting theory. And we did get Wilford in both part 1 and part 2. In part 1, he said, I'll see you in part 2, and he did come back in part 2. But the interesting about it is that we are in his timeline in the 70s chapter of Wilford's origin story. What happened to that duplicate of Wilford in the background with the cocktail like, oh, hi, and then just walked out? That was him. I don't know how the fuck there are two Wilfords. Then again, Wilford loves to break the laws of physics, right? So, it's fucking whatever, you know? Or maybe that was an actual somewhat variant? Question mark? Or just a fucking clone? I don't know. But he did use the Markiplier nude calendar and said, our interview will be on October 30th, 2019. So Wilford now has the power to time travel, which is pretty damn interesting. And knows what is happening, like when is this happening, all that. I'm convinced he's a damn time traveler at this point. Ah, man. It seems like, I think part 1 might have been future Wilford, and then we obviously went back in time to the past. Yes, this is a prequel to Heist, obviously confirmed in true ending. And yeah, I know some of you are confused, like, doesn't this take place in the past, present, and future? Yes, but it is still a prequel to Heist, nonetheless. Because while we're in the multiverse, we're kind of time traveling in a way. You know, like the LA Noire universe, where Detective Abe and Detective Mark met each other. The damn variants met each other. So there's that. I think that's it that I can think of on the top of my head. So let's go to Tumblr real quick before this crashes. Yeah, let's do this quickly. Alright. If you get the true ending for part 2, someone found this out. Shout out to Melon Calic. I'm really sorry if someone pointed this out already, but guys, in the good only ending, when we wake up in the cryopod, the screen says Invincible, not Invincible 2, the first Invincible. This was from part. Okay, so the true ending just says Invincible. So that's still a mystery. We don't know what truly happened to the first Invincible. I don't know if we went to a damn universe before we went into the first of. I don't know, I'm confused. I talked about this during my live stream. How dare they pornify Dr. Epleer? That might not even be Dr. Epleer. And my small Gason said something about Yancey's tattoos changing, that there is warp core on his knuckles, and possibly there's 2 timelines. One of them could be Heist, or maybe both of them are. Probably both of them are the part 1 timeline and the part 2 timeline. So, damn, this man must have had so much laser surgery. It's expensive, man. Okay, so Detective Mark and Detective Abe met each other. Like I said before, and then I reblogged routes. In case you did want to go back and see or replay some of your favorite scenes from Wilford all the way to Mark's beautiful singing voice. I reblogged that if you want to go back to that. So yeah, I talked about the Wilford clone variant, question mark. Gonna book that interview. Yeah. This was a reference to Damien. Near the true ending, Mark said, I don't know when the last time I slept was. Captain, I'm tired. Damien said, you look tired. I think you need to get some sleep. I can't remember the last time I slept. Celine. Bro, the amount of references and Easter eggs in this is absolutely insane. I've already lost count of how many Easter eggs and references there are in this project. Mark did such a really nice job connecting everything. I really enjoyed that. Because it's very meta. Very meta. Because again, this technically takes place in the past, present, and future. But it's still a prequel. Like like I said, it's still a prequel. So this is the clone Wilford from Wilford Mud Loving Wolfstash. He walks away. That's the same dude. And in the background, you can hear them having their conversation from the WMW, the other Wilford. They're still figuring themselves out. Oh, fucker. Oh yeah, there's also this. He flips to a shout out to Draco Buttons, aka Huffle Tracks. She said, also Wilford flicks onto February on the calendar, the month that A Date with Markiplier came out in 2017. So that's another funny little reference for you. I'm praying I don't make Parole. Yes, he said that in his damn musical. Maybe next time Parole comes out, I'll give it a shot. I applied for Parole. But the thing is, what the fuck happened to actor Mark? I mean, he was present if you chose the romance choice. I guess that means he got out of parole and he's free. So here's Darkiplier's big ass clown shoe coming in. Crystal, it's time to play a game with this piece of shit and heist. So yeah, this is why I said I reblogged this. These amazing gifts are by Marky Red OG. It seems, and I reblogged and said, it seems like space takes place in past, present, future, and a prequel at the same time. So confusing, but yeah, okay. I guess I accidentally reblogged that twice. Here's what I want to talk about. Celine says, well, it's like she almost said my brother. Life is ours to choose. Like an old friend used to say, life is ours to choose. That's her brother Damien. I'm not the only one seeing this as Celine. This is from Hawkeye221B. No, you're not, bruh. Celine has clearly... Okay, Fears Nameless, another OG, reblogged and said, Celine has clearly aged quite drastically. Years and years of time, doing what, who knows. If they are separate entities, at least in this universe, did she ever see Damien again? Don't know. And obviously the multiple projects that Mark has done in the past were referenced in the beginning of part 2. This was also a reference to the 8 million subscriber reaction video with the Other Side of the Screen song that Mark was playing in the headphones while crying. So sad. Weird ass checkerboards from WKM. There's this. Oh, shout out to Fnatic866, Fears Nameless again. I could have been a better name, did this. I'm sorry, what did you say that? The portable temporal displacement device. That was referenced in Heist. That was I believe the watch? Or, I can't remember. It might have been the artifact. Fucking Damien said, aye, Captain. This was posted by Markiplier Septic Eyes. And before part 2 did come out, Mark did post a YouTube short, shout out to Fears Nameless again, called You Do Not Recognize the Bodies in a Wormhole. Yes, I do, bitch. Don't you dare. Shush. And then you can read that. I'm sorry, I'm out of breath. And that's it! There may have been things I forgot to say that are pretty important to the ISWM lore or MCU lore overall. But that is it, y'all. That is it and a wrap for In Space with Markiplier, as well as the theories. I promise I'm not going to make any more theories after this. This is the end. Sorry, boohoo for you. But... my throat hurts. I'm gonna wrap this up before this crashes. That is it, y'all. Again, amazing production as always from Mark and the whole gang. So many references. I can continue, but hell no. I could just make an hour long of this, but I'm not going to because my throat fucking hurts now. If you do want to see my reaction to part 1 and part 2, they are split into two parts, like reaction to part 1, reaction to part 1, part 2, so on and so forth. There should be an iCard to all of those in the top right hand corner. You can check those out if you want. I post some highlights in the comments if you want to skip around, because I mean it's a live stream, so It's not an edited video. Sorry. But if you are new, boy, girl, trans, or other, and you want to be a part of the Theorist gang, highly recommend you subscribe and click the bell. Not unpersonalized, not on none, all notifications. Also, I just realized I forgot to do my intro. I'm still not fucking used to this setup. God damn it. Anyways, my name is yocatgrannae. My pronouns are they, them. I am a JSE Markiplier ego theorist. I have been since 2017, since Darkiplier vs. Antisepticeye came out. Almost 5 years, going on 6. Hey, might be wrong on that math. But yeah, I guess this is it for the theory videos. Like, I guess there's another long break because Jack doesn't have an idea of what he's gonna do, and also he needs time away from that stuff. I know it's been almost a good 3 years since Our Gentleman Honest. I get it, I know. Just be patient with him. I mean, he's having ADHD issues, like he said. So yeah, let's just let that go. Be patient. Patience. August the 3rd reference. But yeah, again, if you are new, bitch, and want to see updates on what Mark does, ego-related, or what Jack does, ego-related, definitely subscribe. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching this. This is a wrap on the In Space with Markiplier theories. I'm done. I'm out. Boy.